Pleased with the way things went tonight? I mean, you didn't come out with a victory. Do you feel like it was better than last night? Maybe it was about the same, or what are your thoughts?
No, I thought we did play better. I thought we generated a lot more chances. I felt really good about the chances we had. A couple of what doesn't show up here is we hit a crossbar, we hit a post. I thought we sort of missed an open net on a 2-on-1 rebound, and I thought we generated some legitimate good chances, so I felt good about that.
Was it difficult for your team to focus with, the whiteout and then of course?
Fantastic. Difficult? No, it was fantastic. Geez, we love playing like that. I mean, it's so, and maybe, do I feel better about how we played? Maybe because of just how much fun it is to play in front of the student body and these fans. It's awesome. They do such a good job. They're so much fun to play in front of, and I think I think that not, did you say was it difficult? Not only was it not difficult, I think it was very motivating.
Coach, you guys dug a bit of a hole going to the box again early, and they scored the early power play goal.
Yeah.
Was that? I can't imagine that was the start you guys wanted. What was the focus for the start, and where do you think?
To continue where we left off, there were a few other things that we had to improve on, and I know we had to stay out of the box. Yesterday we gave up 6 power play opportunities to our 2 and a goal, as well as 11 shots to our 4, and we really wanted to turn that around. And it wasn't so much, the penalty. I think it was a difficult penalty not to take because we didn't get the puck out. We did have 2 chances to get it out, and we didn't. And when we're going north and the puck stays and they start going south, then you scramble a little bit, and that's what happened. I don't think it was a lack of focus.
You were told before the game that you'd be out shooting Minnesota by double digits. And what did you think your chances would be?
If you said that was going to happen, what would I say our chances of that happening, or what were our chances to win if that happened?
Either one.
Well, certainly don't expect that. So we are happy with that performance. As you know, #1 team in the country doesn't need. They don't need a ton of opportunities to finish, and they did that. So give them credit.
How did you, with McAdam going on the back-to-back tonight after not playing for some time? I mean, was that decision made right away, or what went into that decision?
No, we talked about it, but I think everybody felt that we thought that was probably our best goaltending performance of the year, and it was nice to see him gain confidence. He was sort of, he certainly, I'm sure he would admit this, he didn't have his best outings before, and you can see him getting some confidence. I thought he played a great game yesterday, and started to get confidence, and we wanted to get him back in right away for a couple of reasons. One, to get him to continue that process of confidence, but also it's deserved. He played a great game. It was, like I said before, I think that's probably the best goaltending outing we've had, and he deserved to start.
Do you feel like he's reached the same point Scoff did last year in terms of the early nervousness, and then he sort of got back to where you expected him to be?
It's a little bit mirrored, isn't it? I mean, Scoffer came out and didn't have his great outings early and looked a little bit nervous and let in some easy goals. And then he started to get used to the pace or the atmosphere or whatever it was, and really started to get dialed in. And I think you can see that now with Heyman as well.
The second game of the series is a chance for you guys to get better, but it's always a chance for them to get better. So were you curious to see if you could replicate last night? Because for the score aside, this game was more or less even as much as last night was.
I feel, though, that if you look at our history, I think because we've had, our learning curve should be pretty steep, right? We still have to go, if you look at the number of Division I games we've played, I don't think we really can say that we've played our whole first season yet, actually. So our learning curve is pretty steep. So I would like to think that we always should be able to make a few more adjustments and improve a little bit more. Sure, they're going to see some of our tendencies as well, but I always feel, at least here early, that we'll have that advantage.
Coach, sort of to spin off Gordon's question, if I told you on Saturday that you would lose late to them in the first game and then outshoot them in the second game and lose by 3 goals again, what would you have said?
I would have said I'm disappointed that you wouldn't tell me we were going to win any of them. But I think that I would have said then we would have probably played very well.
And with that in mind, was this the biggest weekend of the season for you guys in terms of development and maturity?
Yes. I mean, I'm glad you pointed that out, because I think every time you have that opportunity, you really do grow. You can only do so much video and practice and talk about things, but until you get the opportunity to do it in a game, in-game conditions, in an atmosphere like we had, that's really when you really do grow. And I feel that we are a much a tougher team mentally right now than we were before the weekend started, and we owe that to this experience. I mean, anytime you can play the very top team in the nation, and you play hard and honest, and I think we did, I think you can grow.
Back to McAdam, do you feel like now that you have seen him play well in 2 back-to-back games, do you feel like you kind of almost have with Scoff a 1A and 1B choice with your goalies, or do you still need to see more out of Eamon from him?
I think we have 3 excellent goalies. I feel like they both can play very well and be excellent goaltenders in this league. But before I'm going to say that, we want to get some win results. So I think it's a little early to. I think we have 3 really good goalies. I know that right now PJ hasn't had the opportunity to start and show it, but we do have faith in him as well. I like our goaltending. Obviously from the results that Scoffer has had, some this year, and then obviously what he's done last year, we have a great deal of confidence in him. And then after seeing Eamon play against the #1 team in the nation, playing very well, we have confidence in him as well. But I guess I don't want to just. I think there's a lot of season left to play.
Coach, what did you think of Kenny Brooks tonight?
Oh, great.
What does a guy high energy
Yeah.
like that bring to a team?
I thought Kenny Brooks was fantastic. I mean, fantastic. Even before his goal, he was fantastic. He really was. He was great. Even if he did not score, I would have said he was the best forward on the ice. And I thought that whole line played very well. And did give David Glenn a lot of credit because he was throwing up all yesterday, and I'm not sure if he did during the game or not. But I mean, he was playing on not much energy, and I thought that line was really good. Yes, Kenny Brooks, I thought was absolutely fantastic.
There seemed to be a added sense of physicality to the past 2 games. Early in the season, you guys had trouble staying out of the box with some of those hits, but it seems like you kind of figured that out a little bit.
We've been working really hard at learning how to play hard and stay out of the box. It's not easy, but I thought I agree with you. I know Jonathan Millie rubbed some guys out on the boards with really good technique, without really a risk of what I thought would be taking penalties. So yeah, I think as you see guys get more and more used to the reffing, we should be able to play our game a little bit better without that risk. But it's still tough.
Anything else?
You guys going to be eyeing these guys in a month from now? You want to get back on the ice already?
Are we going to be eyeing them?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was a great experience. We're happy with our improvement and our performance, but not happy with the result. And I'm sure if you asked the guy, I don't know if you asked our two guys that, but I'm sure they're looking forward to getting them on their ice as well.